So we've got professional football player Aldin showing us how he made $18,000 on his account here with us at MyFundedFX, where we're going to go through the charts, learn and earn, and he's going to break down some of his trades on how he approaches the market to help you guys potentially learn another strategy and how he made $18,000 with us here at MyFundedFX. So let's get started. Right, guys. So we're going to be going back onto this. Aldin here has these two trades that we're going to break down, and yeah, if you could just explain to us the first trade, like what are the confluences, why you took that trade, and then when you're holding it, like how are you feeling? Obviously, this one just melted, but how did you feel in general, and the psychology as well?
Yeah. So my strat, as I said before, I like to keep it really, really simple. I don't use any indicators at all, as you can see. I'm just trading like raw price action, and I mean it's obviously enough for me. I'm making profit, so I'm not going to change it until I'm not making profit. So so this trade that I took here, we can see here that around the 15,800 level, price have like really reacted both as a support level when it was above it, but when it broke through, it was also a really big resistance level. It have tested this level so many times, so obviously it's a big level. So actually last week, this is just one of the trades I took last week, but I think like most of the times that price came up to this level here, like right beneath 15,800, and then I put the stop around like actually it was a little bit higher. So I put it around like 15,830. Just to make sure I didn't get stopped, because the market is always searching for liquidity, stopping out positions. So a good thing is to not put your stop loss it's like on the top wick of the highest point, like put it a little bit above this, so you don't get like, because so many times the market just like stops you out, because it just that's how it works. It just searching for the stop losses to search for liquidity, and to give yourself room, just put your stop loss a little bit higher than you want to. So however, anyways, I traded like I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 trades from this level last 2 weeks, and also before when it was acting as a support level, I also traded it. But
what's your requirement? Honestly, so it just has to test it and then limit, and then that's it.
Yeah, so like the first time here we saw it created a supply level here, which was like the first time I traded it. So then I put my, let's zoom in a little bit so you can see. Then I put my entry limit order right here under the green candle, and my stop loss was above the top wick here. And that's always how I trade supply demand. And most of the time it looks like this. It goes up to fill liquidity again and fill orders, and most of the time it doesn't reach break the high of this top wick here. So it didn't do it this time. It didn't do it the next time. It didn't do it this time. So here's like 3 trades where you get like at least like 1 to 3, 1 to 4 risk reward, and I mean this in combination with the 800 level being really like a big level made me pretty confident that the price would react here. So I mean basically I just took a short trade every time it came up to this level until it breaks the level, so I think I actually got stopped. I think this was the first time I got stopped out from this level. Otherwise, it was just maybe it sounds like too easy, but I just had like short orders here. sell orders here until it breaks the level, and you see how many times it came up and just reacted, came up, reacted, and
it's just as simple
also,
when it's support and resistance and supply demand. Like you've got your key levels
like
identified.
This combination is like what do you say? It's a strong strong weapon to have.
A weapon,
and,
I like that.
Yeah. So and obviously, as I said, you learn how the market or how your instrument that you're trading is moving with time. So now I've been trading DAX for a while, so I start like to learn pretty well how it's moving.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was really like this is just one of the maybe 3 or 4
what about your
trades
take profit levels there? How do you identify your take profit?
So when you're in a trade, it's obviously really important to manage the trade right. So I used to like scale out of profit. I mean, I think this first trade I was probably taking everything out just here. So that would give me maybe a 1.5 risk reward ratio. So I would take it because here is a demand area created as well. So you have to like identify both like before you take a trade and also in the trade you have to see where the next like resistance level or support level is to get like what is it, price target where you want to manage your trade. So actually I think I took most of it out right here on the first one, but when it continued and broke this demand level here, this was then like it wasn't valid anymore. So so for the next trade, I think I held it until this point here where it also created a demand level. So I'm just looking for like where the closest like demand level or resistance or support, previous price action, and
gotcha.
I just put a target from there, so yeah, obviously it depends how it looks for it's different for each trade, but
so what about
market
sorry, so because I mean I like it. I love how, so just to kind of reiterate it, I love how simple it is, because ultimately supply, demand, support, resistance, similar things with just different approaches. You're just selling on a structured price action level where it just keeps rejecting time and time and time again until it doesn't work. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Don't forget to check out link in the description below for 15% off. That's right, 15% off of your funded challenge, especially if you've learned something from Odin today and you want to get started and try a potential new strategy to get your funded payout. Now let's get back to the video. On this next trade that you've got, excuse me, what's the reason for that? Because you're not entering on a rejection, but you're entering on a continuation to some degree, right?
This trade I took, actually I entered, I don't know if I put this zone here a bit weird, but I entered on
the retest
from from under, so it was like a big
that makes total sense
level
now.
here. Sorry if I confused the way of putting it.
No, yeah, that makes sense. So that's the same as the one before, right? Because now it's below the green candle, and then
so exactly. So here you see it's a pretty strong 1 hour candle there, which means it had like good momentum and price was pushing really hard. So it's probably like when you trade supply demand, you want to look like here is a really like strong green candle. And the stronger the candle is, you see when it came down and retested
another strong one.
It's like it's another strong one. So so the stronger and more powerful candles there are, like the more price is going to react, because
the higher the probability, right?
Yeah, the higher the exactly. Of course, it doesn't react every time, but the probability is 100% higher when it's like really strong candles. So, and here you see a strong bearish candle. So created a supply area here, and next time it retested, I actually, this is what I mean. If I would have put my stop loss like right above this top wick, then I would have been stopped out. You see here.
That's why you give it room.
Right. This top wick broke the high of this top wick. So if I wouldn't have gave it a little bit more room, I would have been stopped out. So this is what you learn, like with experience. I was being stopped out so much in the beginning, and it was so frustrating because price really, literally, like turned one pip after I got stopped out, and that was like, yeah. So yeah, it's much like better to just put a few more points above the top wick. Yeah, so this was also a good trade, and as you see here again, like a demand area was created. So this was my main target when I took this trade. So I entered right here when it retested from underneath. Right. And then I actually held it all the way down to this demand area where you can see it react again. So I could have taken actually a long trade here, but I didn't. I just closed my short one. But yeah, you see, like if you're good at identifying and finding like strong supply and demand zones, and if you can also combine it with like big support and resistance levels. Yeah, it's like it doesn't have to be much harder than this,
What about so just I know we've already gone through 2 trades, but then just to go on to this, I think maybe someone's thinking about this. What about the second try? So you've taken the trade, right? It's hit take profit, then you move on to when it retests the supply again. Do you try again and then it's out and then you just leave it?
Yeah, like it depends how the market have moved, and of course this first trade was also in combination with a really big level here at 15,800. So this I was a little bit more confident that I could like try more than one time.
Gotcha.
But when it's just a supply or demand level, if it's a really strong one, I might try twice. But generally, if it's just a supply or demand level, and not like a big support resistance level, I usually just do it once, and then because the thing is on the 1 hour chart, especially, in 1 week it will show so many like different opportunities, so you don't have to force yourself to take a trade. Like look right here, today we got a new like demand created right here, so
yeah, I think it's going to be breaking up now.
Yeah, exactly. So, but if this retests here, and now it's broke up above this really big 15,800 level. So, if it retests this level in combination,
I missed the buy today.
with this, yeah, I haven't actually taken any trades this week. I've been off the charts a little bit, but if I were gonna take this trade now, I would probably put my entry order here, and I think I would use the whole zone here,
the stop loss, to give it room to breathe.
Let's just do this instead, like this. I would put my stop loss like underneath all this noise here, and then I would probably aim for, even though it's a big stop loss, you will still get like 1.6. So yeah, so it's like
still good.
The probability of this strategy working is pretty high. I think it works like a lot of times when I trade. So gotcha. I mean, even though you don't get like 1 to 2 risk reward, you can still secure money in your account, and you can still secure profit if it reacts from this level. And also, this is a really big level, as I said. So if you can combine this and find those levels and combine it with supply and demand, it's that gives me confidence to take a trade.
Awesome.
And so some zones are like supply and demand zones are much more, stronger and more powerful than other ones, and that's of course affects like my confidence in a trade as well. But yeah, you get the point.
Yeah, well, that's really cool. I love honesty. Is like what he said, super simple.
Yeah, I mean, it works for me. Obviously, I mean, maybe people expect me to show like yeah, I
You'd
don't
be
know,
surprised.
10 different indicators and like I don't know, you know how
I know what you
much
mean. Yeah, like
different
crazy
health
Einstein.
yeah, exactly. But it's, I mean, it doesn't have to be harder than this if you just have your head in the right place, you know.
Yeah. So the
So
other two are like the same with, to be fair, on the other interviews as well, their trading is incredibly simple. Even if it's not,
really,
and there's a
yeah,
little bit more confluences, they can explain it and show it's incredibly simple. Just like these, right? It's supply and demand. There's a little bit more like, little tips and tricks like to move your stop loss above a little bit, to take
I
profit
mean,
at different
it's
levels. That's a
yeah,
bit
exactly.
different. That's experience though, right?
Yeah, the thing is, you can identify those those levels, and you can like enter a trade. But then, what's like almost as important is how you manage this trade as well, you know, and
Yeah.
how you can get the most out of it, and not just close it at 1-to-1 risk reward, you know, because that's how you can afford to lose trades as well. You know, if your winnings are 1-2 or 1-3, and your losses are 1-1, it's like it speaks for itself.
You're making more money than you lose.
You can even be profitable being right 4 out of 10 times if you have a strategy that gives you a good risk reward.
Absolutely.
So you can
Absolutely.
like you don't even have to have right half of the times.
Yeah. Well, thank you. So thank you very, very much for your time today and doing
Yeah,
the
no worries.
breakdowns. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video so far and these chart breakdowns. This one was an $18,000 lesson from Odin. We've got 6,500 from Halil. We've got plenty more coming forward as well for our simulated trading and simulated profits. So thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Link in the description below to get your funded challenges, and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Champ out. Peace.